Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to RNN News. I am Yasmin Sultana. Headlines of the news. China promises helping Rohingya refugees return to Myanmar, says Bangladesh. UK appeals for help as the monsoon strikes Rohingya refugees in Bangladesh. 30 June 2018. Now into the details. China will help to facilitate return of the Myanmar's persecuted Rohingya people from Bangladesh, the foreign ministry says. The assurance came during the talks between Foreign Minister A.H. Mohammad Ali and his Chinese counterpart Wang Yi held in Beijing on Friday. Ali briefed the Chinese side on the status of the 1.1 million Rohingya people who have taken temporary shelter in Bangladesh. The displaced Rohingyas are so traumatized that they want sole security guarantee for their return. They want to return to their original villages and not to any camps. There must be afforded opportunities to earn their livelihoods, he said. He sought China's active support in expediting the process of early repatriation by encouraging Myanmar in creating a conducive environment in the Rakhine State for return and resettlement of the perceivably displaced people. The Chinese Foreign Minister committed Beijing's full support in realizing early repatriation of the displaced people to Rakhine State and to improve the resettlement environment, thereby helping build houses and create economic opportunities. The two sides reviewed the progress made in the implementation of decisions of joint statements issued during the historic visit of Chinese President Xi Jinping to Bangladesh in 2016. They discussed the progress achieved in implementation of the different projects that were signed during the Chinese President's trip. Foreign Minister Mohammad Ali sought support of his counterpart in early finalization and steady implementation of this project. Other areas of cooperation like trade, investment, education, consular and cultural cooperation were also discussed in detail. Earlier, Ali called on Chinese Vice President Wang Qishan and briefed him about the militant achievements of Bangladesh under Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, especially in socio-economic areas. Qishan promised China's continued support to further consolidate and deepen the bilateral cooperation. He commented that China rejoices at the graduation of Bangladesh from LGC status to a developing country. The foreign minister is visiting Beijing from June 28 to June 30 at the invitation of the State Councillor and Foreign Minister of China, Wang Yi. The bilateral meeting was followed by a joint press briefing and a lunch hosted in his honor. Later, the Chinese Foreign Minister invited Ali to an informal meeting where Shou Tin-Sui, Union Minister of the State Councillor's Office of Myanmar, who is now on a trip to China, joined. They exchanged views and shared ideas on early repatriation of the Rohingyas to Myanmar, a foreign minister said. The UK has called upon donors to step up support for Rohingyas and their host communities in Cox's Bazar to save them from monsoon calamities. Conditions in the heat camps, whom to about 1 million Myanmar nationals are said to become more threatening during rains, which could wash away the fragile and cramped makeshift shelters. This can also cause fatal diseases to spread more rapidly. The UK, which was pressing for a solution to the crisis and took the issue to the UN Security Council after the last year's ethnic cleansing, has sent its foreign minister and a special envoy for gender equality to visit Bangladesh for talks on the Rohingya crisis and girls' education. Minister for Asia and the specified Mansfield and UK Special Envoy for Gender Equality, Jana Roper, would also visit refugee camps in Cox's Bazar. They met the press at the British High Commission in Dhaka on Friday. They are calling on the international community to step up support for the refugees and their host communities. The UK is leading the way with 129 million of aid already given. With the gender aspects of the humanitarian crisis often overlooked, Jana Roper will visit a women's safe spaces in the refugee camp at Cox's Bazar and meet refugees, humanitarian workers and civil society leaders to understand the needs of women and girls caught up in the crisis, the High Commission said. Field and Roper will also meet senior ministers to discuss the crisis as well as girls and women education in Bangladesh more widely. Bangladesh is dealing with a major humanitarian crisis not of its making and it is brutal. The international community works with Bangladesh to step up support for the refugees and their host communities, especially during this monsoon season, Field said. We are incredibly grateful to Bangladesh and to Prime Minister Hasina for welcoming over 1 million Rohingya refugees, and I am looking forward to seeing how UK's aid is helping improve their lives. Rupert said the UK is determined to be a world leader in advocating for gender equality internationally, and it is all too often women and girls who are the greatest victims in a humanitarian crisis like this, whether as a result of sexual violence or loss of access to education, and they must not be ignored. Thank you for listening RNN News. Allah Hafiz.